Mad Mick. Funny you mention Australia and how nice it seems this time of year. I was looking at jobs over in Perth last night whilst at work. I seem to do
Shouldn't
this.
you be working?
I seem to do this
rather than scrolling the internet.
I seem to do this every time the winter comes around. My question is, what do you both do for a living? I ask because I've always toyed with the idea of doing videos on YouTube, but the work life and fitting our boat out seems to take up a lot of my time.
He's got a boat
So
as well.
he's got a boat
That's
as
not
well.
bad, is it?
Nice.
Boats and motorbikes.
Yeah.
You must have a bit of free time.
Well, yes, he's got lots of free time at work looking at jobs in Perth by the looks of it. So yes, I think we've kind of answered that. I do accounts and payroll, and you do mow
and
lawns.
I mow lawns really now,
so.
and I'm winding down.
Yeah, you work in a lot less hours than you used to do. I mean,
I used to work
when
every hour.
When the kids were little, you had 2 jobs at some point.
Well, I didn't even. We couldn't afford to run a motorbike.
Yeah.
I
We didn't have motorbikes.
Didn't have a motorbike for a good
years.
10 or 12 years. I had a little.
Well, you had
I had the Z250 to get to work on.
Yeah, but that's.
But really, couldn't afford it.
No.
So it's only,
life is much.
It's only as life's moved on.
Yeah.
We've had a bit more money to spend on bikes.
Yeah. So thank you, Mad Mick.
Yep.
Good luck with that job over in Perth you're looking at. Boring touring when pouring. Now this chap, we met at the Super Sausage.
We met him when we were with Dave, the sidecar dog, and
yes.
We met RhythmicBiker and Uncle Red there and a few others, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good day.
AndyGSAtractor,
yeah.
So that was a good day out, apart from we got soaked.
We got soaked, yeah. But go on, what's he saying?
So, boring touring when pouring says, my
That's
wife...
such a great name.
It is, isn't it? My wife returned to riding 3 years ago after a break of 38 years. Wow, okay. So we now ride together on our own bikes. My wife rides much slower than myself, so when we ride together, I have to slow down. My question is, do you generally ride at the same speed, or does one of you feel your riding is being restricted? Well, you have slowed down since I've been riding.
I think you're definitely a calming influence on me, and that's why I choose to stay behind.
Yeah, I set the pace by going in front, so I ride at what pace I'm comfortable with, and that varies depending a little bit on what mood you're in. If sometimes, you're feeling like you're really on it and you can go a bit quicker, and sometimes you just,
I'm happy, and over the years you've got quite a good pace.
Yeah, so
I can always ride faster if I put my mind to it, but I don't see the point these days. Most of the time we're touring and we're there to see the views.
Yeah.
I mean,
sometimes you go off a
we're
little
moving
bit
on. I mean, we're not really.
We're not crazy. But sometimes you do go a bit quicker, like if we're in the Picos and there's a really nice road that we know, and we know there's no turn-offs, you'll shoot off ahead.
I'll shoot off and go and get some shots as you ride by.
And then you'll stop at the bottom and take some pictures of us coming down.
Yeah, I do that.
So, but then you scare yourself and then you think, no.
Well, I mean, years and years ago, before you passed your test, I had the Bandit 1200 then, didn't I? And I used to go out on a Sunday morning. I used to get up really early, go up the Peak District. I used to go for a blast, and I mean a blast, really. And I was starting to think this is getting stupid, because for the kicks, you were going quick, really quick, way quicker than was safe, really. And I said to you,
I'm going to sell it.
I'm going to sell it.
Because it's going to kill me.
Because I am going to kill myself on it. And
so you didn't have a bike for a little
so
while.
I didn't have a bike for a year or so then. And I think since you've been riding, it's done me a lot of good. It slowed me down. So I'm always now happy sitting behind you. And
you do sometimes still go out on your own.
Occasionally.
But you are more steady.
But I just think
as you get older, you get more sensible.
But if you are in a couple riding, surely it's just more important seeing the places together. And you just got to be encouraging
more practice
for the riding, but never try and convince somebody to ride faster.
They're comfortable with. Yeah, I mean, we've ridden in groups of people before. We used to have a little Facebook group called Bike Tours with Cake, which was lovely. And it was a real mixed group of people. And when I joined that group, I hadn't been riding very long at all. And, one of the other ladies said, don't worry how fast you go. We'll always wait for you. Yeah. We might go off, but you know, as soon as there's a corner, we'll wait, and it's always been fine. Doesn't really matter. If you want to go a bit faster, and then wait when you come to a stop.
I think if you're a riding couple, never try and encourage your partner to go faster.
Yeah,
just keep practicing and keep banging the miles in, and go to some really nice places that you just
enjoy going to.
You just enjoy riding, and it comes, doesn't it, with time?
Yeah, just more.
It took a long time for you to get properly smooth and quick.
And then of course if you have an off, it sets you back again. Like I've had an off, and you know, it sets you back, doesn't it? So you have to then build your confidence back up again. Then.
You did, yeah. I didn't go on the channel either, did it?
No.
That's a long time ago now. Yeah.
But yeah, everyone comes off.
They do.
So thank you, boring touring when pouring. Good luck with the riding. Two-wheel bikers. We love two-wheel bikers.
Oh, we do. They're in Derbyshire, aren't they? They're not that far away from us, and they've got a nice little channel, haven't they?
They are very nearly 1,000. I think just under 1,000 subs. So yeah, they're very similar to us in lots of ways, actually.
Yeah.
In fact, he now rides a street triple.
He's bought a street triple, hasn't he? Yeah.
So, hi Richard and Carol. First question for Richard. If you could turn back the clock and have a two-stroke from back in the 80s era, what would you have?
Oh, simple. It's an RD350 LC, because I had the 250 back in 81. I always wanted the 350.
Yeah, so that would be it.
Still want it, really. Yeah. Love the smell, love the sound of a two-stroke.
Well, maybe that's the answer to the money no object then. You'd have to have the multistrada and that.
Oh, money no object, yeah. Well, you'd just fill your garage, wouldn't you?
And Carol, will you be staying with the Street Triple Club for the foreseeable future, or are you thinking of changing? I think I've answered that as well. Yeah, I love my bike. No intention of changing. So thank you for Ian and Tracy at Two Wheel Bikers. Okay, UncleLongbeard.
Now, UncleLongbeard's another great little channel, and he does a lot of touring, and he does touring. I'm not saying on the cheap, but he doesn't
budget
do it.
touring.
I mean, maybe budget, but he does some interesting stuff, and I think he's currently on YouTube in Italy.
Is he?
He is.
Nice.
Yeah. So anyway, UncleLongbeard.
Question to you both: what is the worst looking motorcycle you can think of, and why is it a GS? Just kidding with the last part. I don't think the GS is that bad looking.
I actually quite like the new GS. And probably more about that in the questions further on.
I don't mind the GS, but I think the KTMs all look bad. I don't like the KTM look. I don't like that wasp-like front.
I think we're probably
unanimous
on that.
Yeah.
The whole KTM range, I just can't get my head around the looks of them.
No.
I mean, I'm sure. I mean that 1290 and now.
Is that the new one that's got the like?
No.
What's the new
that's
one?
The 990, I think.
Oh, is it? That's got a different front.
I like that slightly more.
It's still ugly though.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
It's not good.
Angular and.
Yeah. No, it's not good.
Mm.
So KTM basically is.
KTM's,
worst looking.
Depends whether you're thinking new or old, really. But I mean, there's some munted old ones.
Is there? I don't know. I think a lot of the classics look beautiful.
Zuki Gladius. You remember what they did to the SV650? Turned it into the Gladius. Some of you will remember the Gladius.
Not good.
Not good.
Not pretty.
No, or the old Multistrada 1000. Was it the DS and the 620?
What, like Ben had?
Yeah.
Wasn't that bad.
They called them the Fugly Strada. What
Well,
they were known as.
Well, for Ducati do make some beautiful bikes. So
yeah, and that was
a
bit of an aberration, really. But saying that, Ben enjoyed his Ducati, didn't he?
Yeah, it was actually a good bike, that was.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, UncleLongbeard. PurpleOnThree.
Ah, PurpleOnThree. They're in this.
Like an expert on YouTube channels.
They're in the States, and
okay.
I think she rides a Can-Am, and he rides. I can't remember what he rides.
Might tell you on here. Does it tell you on here?
No, probably not.
Okay,
but
looks like a nice camera. Nice to see you out walking. Yeah, it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, it does. Well, we're going to try and walk every day over Christmas. Now we're off.
Yeah, we need to get the exercise. My viewers are more mature. Lol. Tommy G and I, a biking couple.
Yeah.
We each had our own. Then we had kids and I quit riding for 20 years.
Yeah.
Wondering where you are headed this year. Merry Christmas and your meal looks yummy. Oh, that was the cake we had.
That was a cake up at Hicks Lodge
Cafe. Yes.
Yes.
Plans for this year. So we have booked to go to Tenerife.
Yeah, again.
Because we came
And I
back.
know what you're thinking. You were only in Gran Canaria about 3 weeks ago.
We went to Gran Canaria and had a lovely week. Oh, the weather was gorgeous, wasn't it? It was like 30 degrees every day. You went riding with Quinary motorcycle, which you really enjoyed. And so when we got back and it was all miserable and grey here, I was like on the website like, oh, I could really go back. So we've booked a week in Tenerife and we have booked for a couple of days to ride bikes.
Yeah, and we have picked a couple of bikes.
Picked a couple of bikes. So that's with Easy Rider on Tenerife. You've hired a T120.
Yeah, because I've not ridden a T120.
And I've hired the Ducati Monster, but he's got two Ducati Monsters, and I've hired the other one this time.
You've hired a red one with a loud exhaust.
Apparently, yeah. So that's just for 2 days. We'll be riding.
So we might do a ride out with Adam. It depends if it's free at the time.
He's got time.
But we'll both be riding there.
We'll both be riding there.
And we've got the bikes for 2 days. We can do as I like. It's not a tour and not a led tour.
It's just a bit of fun.
So we're hoping to go up and see part of the Inaga Forest, which is up in
nice bit of Tenerife.
north of the forest.
We like it up there.
Try and show you something that we didn't show you last time.
Yeah.
So
hopefully good weather, but
that's coming up.
That's in a few weeks' time. We'll
Not
be heading
far
up there.
away,
Yeah.
and
then later in the year, in the summer, we have booked a ferry to go to Spain, down to Santander, and we intend to go to the Pyrenees. But we haven't booked anything else for yet.
But that's the thing for
that's
the
what
next
we've got
few
to
weeks.
plan over the Christmas.
We're hoping to do a Parador tour of the Pyrenees. So do as many of the beautiful Spanish hotels, which are called Paradors, as we can, because it's the big birthday.
It's for your birthday, yeah. So that's only for a week again.
So that's all the time we can
take
get.
a week off in the summer. So that's all we've got planned. We'll probably do some.
We'll do some long weekends
in the UK as well. But we haven't got.
We might even, if Saddlebags runs this tour, that might be the only organised thing that we go down to see.
We might go down to Saddlebags. That's usually May, isn't it?
That's down south.
Yeah, down to Cornwall. Don't know if he's doing it or not.
Don't know. We'll have to see what he's doing.
So yes.
So that's our.
Not a lot planned, but that's our plans so far. That's as much as we know.
I hope you're feeling better as well. She had a bit of a medical turn some weeks ago. So
this is PurpleOnThree.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I hope you're.
Okay. Get well soon.
Recovered.
Hope you're better. Yeah. Okay. Moto UK.
Is that Nick? Moto UK. And.
So you're the expert on all these YouTube channels. I don't know.
Yeah. Moto UK. He's got quite a big channel. Well, I think it's over 10,000.
Moto UK the one who was riding on the ice?
He's the one that had his accident on the ice in the lake. Just felt for you.
Terrible.
Felt for you. Seeing that go down on that ice.
Yeah, but
Anyway.
So, yes.
Go on then.
Hi, Richard and Carol. First question, what are your plans for bike travel in 2024? We've kind of just answered that.
Yeah,
That's all we've got.
That, yeah.
Second question, if you were going to sell the MT10, which bike would get your money?
Currently, probably still the MT10 or Tracer. Really, the Tracer is the bike I should be on. That's sensible money.
If we're sensible money, yeah. We're not talking dream money. We're just talking if we actually had to replace our bikes.
Yeah, I'd seriously consider the Tracer.
That would be sensible.
I'd probably test the GS.
I think if you were changing your bike, you'd have to test the GS, the Tiger 1200 and the Tracer.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you?
I would. I still very much like the Tiger 1200 like he's got.
Yeah.
Beautiful bike.
Yes,
he's got a lovely bike.
That's what he dropped, isn't it? Yeah. And third question to Carol, what is your dream bike? Thanks, Sam. Well, the dream bike is my Street Triple. I have no...
Yeah, you'd maybe just have a newer one.
Maybe, but the new one has got a smaller fuel tank. So
it's all you've ever known, isn't it? Because you had a purple one, didn't you? For a start.
I do
that was
love
your
it.
first one.
Do love it. So my dream bike is what I've got.
She's a Triumph girl, really.
Yeah, dream bike is what I've got. So, yes, have a fab Christmas.
Yeah.
Thank you for the question. Blitz 109. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you. At the NEC, you seem very taken with the GS, but is the astronomical cost of new big bikes now putting them out of reach of normal people?
Well,
Are we normal people?
Yeah, we
Yes.
are. We are.
Most definitely.
Believe you me, my money's hard earned. Mowing lawns, you've got to mow a lot of lawns to buy a GS.
Yeah, that's true. That's
a lot of lawns. So
yes,
yeah,
it is.
and I, you know, my honest belief is they've got way overcomplicated, more than you need. I don't want to be buying all this tech.
I think that's what's annoying
And the
about
tech
the price.
scares me.
That's what's annoying about the price. You'll be buying, it's expensive because you're buying stuff you don't actually want.
Yes.
Like electronic suspension and keyless ignition,
I
all those sorts of things.
I don't want any of
those, but they're what bumped the price up.
Yeah.
But you didn't want it in the first place.
No.
So, yeah.
So,
yes, it is putting people off buying them, definitely.
I think it is.
And that's why you're looking at more things like the Tracer and
well, it's
bikes,
why some older people looking to step back to a lighter bike are looking back at the Enfields and thinking...
And those little Triumph 400s.
Triumph 400, yeah,
bikes,
they did, and
yeah.
£5,000, you know, gets you on the road.
Yeah.
Instead of 20 or 30, between 20 or 30,000 now for a powerful...
I bet if you put
big
everything
touring
on,
bike,
if you put everything on,
you've got to be spending 20 grand, haven't
yeah,
you?
definitely, yeah. So
I mean,
it is a lot
crazy.
of money. A lot of money. Yeah, like I said, there are ways and means with PCPs and stuff, isn't there? But
yeah,
you know, if you want it badly enough, but then you're still paying. You're actually paying more, aren't you? Really? So.
Well, you are, but I mean,
it depends how much you want it, doesn't it?
Yeah, and people see different. If you've got your regular income and you can meet that payment, and it's probably still a good way of doing it.
Yeah, I think with you being self-employed, you prefer not to go down that route?
I do, yeah, because I've not got a regular income, it's up and down, so I don't want to go down to...
Paying something monthly when during the winter you don't really earn anything in the winter and you summer...
Well, you do.
I do, yeah. But...
You could cover the cost, couldn't you?
Yeah. Anyway,
right.
So yes, they are putting them out of reach. That was from Blitzer. Thank you, Blitzer. Merry Christmas.
Okay, Merry Christmas.
You're almost out of beer.
I know, I'll have to go and raid the fridge in a minute.
Next question from Raggy Moto.
He's got another channel, but I think he's more active on Instagram. I might be wrong, but go on.
Merry Christmas to you both. Been a pleasure watching over 20... Hold on a minute, let me read that again. Merry Christmas to you both. Been a pleasure watching over 23 and looking forward to what you have in store over 24. Oh, the year 23, I see. Okay, my question for you, upcoming video, is your name Bandit Man. Did you actually own a Bandit? Yes.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah,
you had two.
I had two. When I got back into riding, when the kids... we're pretty much grown up, really, left school-ish. Had they left school by the time I had it? No. But anyway.
The first one?
Yeah, the first one.
The first one you bought second-hand?
Yeah,
from a friend
from a
who
work
was selling
colleague.
one,
yeah. And that was a great low mileage, 600
And that
Bandit.
kind of got you back into biking, didn't it? After not having a bike for a long time.
I think pretty much at that time, you know, YouTube was starting to become a thing. And I put a few riding clips up on YouTube, and
that just happened to be your name.
Because I was riding a Bandit, and you know, I never thought about it being YouTube being a thing.
And anybody else actually watching
it. Like making videos for YouTube.
Yeah.
So
that's where the name came from. Yes.
Yeah. So I had a 600, and then I had a 1200S.
Yes. So that's where the name came from, and it just stuck.
It stuck, and we've thought about changing it because we don't like it that much.
Because we haven't got a Bandit on the channel.
No, known as Bandit Man UK, and you're in the channel, aren't you?
Yeah, so lots changed, but not the name. So.
And we nearly went down the road of
changing it last year.
What was it going to be?
Oh God.
Oh, we had lots of them, didn't we?
B-Road Bikers.
B-Road Bikers, we were.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
This is it. I think we're sticking with Bandit Man.
Yeah, it's staying. So, thank you very much, Raggy Moto. Next question from John Bellamy.
John. I had the pleasure of meeting John. He bought me a coffee and a cake at the Triumph Visitor Experience. Oh, yeah, you were working. But that was the day when they were showing the new 250 motocross bike. And I went over there and filmed that. And that's actually had about
Lots of views,
7,500 views now.
Yeah, it did nothing. It suddenly shot off, didn't it, like that? So yeah.
But anyway, he was sat in there with his son.
Yeah.
And he bought me a coffee and a cake, and we had a great chat. And he's a lovely, lovely guy.
So his question is, hi again, Carol and Richard, or Richard and Carol. I was thinking I would be one of your older followers at 75 next March. He probably
Might be.
Linda and myself still enjoy riding out locally together. She is 72. Also a question, where is the cafe you visited on the clip? Okay, that is Hicks Lodge.
Hicks Lodge Cycle Centre, and it's part of the new
Forestry
National
Commission, isn't it?
Forest.
Yeah,
and it's between Ashby Dillazouche and Moira.
Yeah, so we can walk there in about half an hour. So
Yeah.
it's quite a nice walk, and
Yeah.
Hicks Lodge used
Hicks
to
Lodge.
be a pit.
It used to be
an
a open cast site,
pit.
and it's one of these regeneration projects.
Yeah, but it's a nice cafe and do a
Nice
very good flat white.
And it's getting quite nice to walk around there as well. The trees are growing now, and but it's a cycle centre as well. So
yeah, if you're into mountain bikes, there's some nice trails around there.
Yeah.
Isn't there? So it's good. So it's one of our favourite places. Wishing you both and the sons a lovely Christmas and New Year. P.S. Had a new fun bike delivered yesterday, a Honda Dax 125, whilst I still can. At 75.
that's brilliant.
There's hope for us all.
I like the Honda Dax.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes,
I
you'd quite fancy one of those, wouldn't
I
you, actually?
prefer it to the monkey bike.
Oh,
Well,
I
you
like
prefer the monkey.
bike, yeah.
So that is something we could do, isn't it? You could have a monkey bike and a Dax.
Yeah,
They're
that'd
still
be good
less
fun.
than the price of a.
Yeah, that would be good fun.
Yeah. So I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to seeing that.
Yeah, we want to see you
Hopefully, he'll
next
turn
to
up at the
Triumph
Triumph
on it.
Centre
Yeah,
with
that'd
it.
be cool.
Yeah, it's a
when
cool
the weather
bike.
gets a bit better. Yeah, so thank you, John. That's great.
Have a nice Christmas.
Have a good Christmas, pair of you, yeah. So, next question, Malcolm Rowland. Merry Christmas, guys. My question for your next video, what country would you move to so you can ride all year round? So is there any way you can move to where you can ride all year round?
Well, you can in Spain. Spain would be probably it, wouldn't it? Southern Spain.
Yeah. Would it get a
If you
bit
moved-
hot in the summer?
Well, if you move to more northern Spain, in the winter you'd just head south, wouldn't you, and ride down south. So Spain,
Middle of Spain.
Spain.
No, I don't think I'd want to live in the middle of Spain. I don't want to live there in the winter. Like I say, I like the UK. I think the UK is a great place to live. So
All right.
what country would you? I don't think I would move to a different country to ride all year round. I'd just.
We don't do too bad, do we? Keep travelling.
Yeah, I quite like visiting different places. So it would be hard to live just in one place.
Yeah.
So,
Trouble is, what's perfect in our winter is too damn hot in the summer.
yeah, this is it. We don't really like it too hot, do we? So.
Starts getting above 30. God, you remember what it was like in the Alps? Got to 40 degrees.
It's too hot to ride then.
It's just too hot.
Yeah.
Cameras switch off. Everything switches off, including me. It's too hot. Right.
Okay, thank you, Malcolm. Crazy Legs on a Bike.
That's another YouTube channel.
Well, that's a surprise. You know them all, you do.
We do, yeah.
This is what you do all winter, isn't it? Just sit and watch other
Crazy
people's
legs
YouTube.
on a bike, yeah.
Merry Christmas, both. My question, has riding bikes together brought you closer together as a couple? And do
What's
you
that doing now? It came up with a message then.
and do you disagree off camera?
It's still recording.
I think it's saying the battery's low.
All right. Blimey.
How long have we been recording for?
What's it say there?
71 minutes.
Really?
I'd have to be a two-part.
It's to be a two-part. Right.
Have biking together brought us close together, and do we disagree off camera?
Biking's definitely brought us together. You know, I think it's a great thing to do when your kids have left home and you've got some more free time. I mean, you can see how some people,
Drift apart, doing different things, yeah. And do we bicker off camera, disagree off camera?
Occasionally, but
too bad. We're pretty good, really.
it's normally when we've misheard each other on the Garmin, because I'm slightly deaf as well.
The comms sometimes cut out the first word, don't they? And then that can cause all sorts of arguments.
You miss the first word of a conversation,
like,
it turns the meaning, doesn't
If
it?
the first word is don't, and all you hear is turn left, that causes
Don't
problems.
turn left. What? Oh, we've had some arguments, haven't we?
So that does cause disagreements off camera. We don't tend to show our
But
arguments.
this riding together there, I think it's been brilliant for us.
Yeah, it has, definitely, yeah.
Definitely strengthened the relationship, hasn't it? You
Yeah,
know,
because we do
do.
together. We always got on pretty well before.
Yeah.
But obviously the world rolled around the kids then, didn't it? So
Yeah.
now it's just bikes.
Bikes and motorcycle travel.
Trips.
Trips.
Yeah, and cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
Do you want to do some of that camera?
No, we'll wait till
it dies.
dies.
Also, thank you, Crazy Legs on a Bike.
Yeah.
LordBilious. Does Carol go out on her own for a bike
Hang
ride?
on a sec. I think we'll
You've run out.
we'll run out of beer and we'll change batteries.
Okay,
So
very good. We'll come back to that question in a moment.
we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Okay. New beer. Toilet break in.
Can't believe how long we've been talking for.
I know, it's definitely going to be 2 videos, this is. Okay, who's next?
Well, okay, so we were at LordBilious. Does Carol go out on her own bike for a bike ride or only ride with Richard? Well, I don't really go out on my own because if it's a weekend, which is the only time I can really ride anyway, I said I was going out for a bike ride, he'd be there with his boots and jacket on and helmet ready, and he's like, well, where are we going then? I don't think I'd go out on my own.
No. And I very rarely go out on my own. I do if you're at work and I've got a bit of free time, I'll go over to Triumph for, I suppose.
Much further than that, do you really? Yeah.
But yeah,
But yeah, we'd neither of us.
I used to
really
ride on my own a lot.
Well, I didn't used to ride.
I know.
But yeah, no, neither of us really ride on our own much now. The only time I've ridden on my own was when I've ridden it to work so that we can go out straight afterwards. So say we're going to Matlock Fish and Chips straight after work or something. You'll meet me at work and then we'll ride from there.
Yeah.
But that's about all really I've ever ridden on my own. So yeah, I can do it. It's just I don't tend to. So
Finding the time to do it.
well, finding the time because we only really have weekends, don't we? Anyway, so
Yeah.
so thank you, LordBilious. So next question is Ian Mott. So I'm thinking Tracer 9 GT Plus for Richard, or maybe a Multistrada, and a Triumph Tiger of some description for Carol. I will stay tuned to find out. Have a great Christmas and New Year, safe riding. So yeah, he's sussed us pretty well.
He's
I think,
sussed
on
me
there,
pretty well, hasn't he? Because they are the two bikes,
yeah,
really. They're
Tracer is the sensible choice.
sensible choice as the next bike, and Multistrada,
It's the
money no object choice. So
Yeah.
well.
The Triumph Tiger would be a good bike for me.
Well, the 1200 Tiger, I still like the look of that.
Yeah. But for me, I still love the Street Triple. If they did the Street Triple with hard luggage, that would be my perfect bike.
And that'd be the Tiger Sport
so
765, wouldn't it?
Tiger, yeah. So, but I found it a little bit sluggish compared to my Street Triple.
That was the
the
Tiger 800 that you tried, yeah.
But no, I'm intending sticking with what I've got. So it's that one. Thank you, Ian.
Slight pain touring with soft bags, isn't it? Because
Yeah, you've
in
not
case
any
someone
security.
steals all your crap.
Well, we keep anything valuable in the top boxes, don't we? But
Don't tell them that. I'm stealing the top boxes.
they won't steal mine. It's welded on.
Bolted yours on, didn't it? Because it kept falling off.
Yeah, that was Lone Wally's idea.
It was Lone Wally's idea, that
He
was.
says,
wasn't
why
it?
don't you just bolt
put a
it
bolt
on
through the
permanent,
bottom.
which he did.
Yeah.
Exeterrider is the next question. 2023 has been a really good year for new bikes. My question, do you both have your own ride out separately with your own friends, or is it only together with mutual friends? So mainly together with mutual
friends. I mean, we do ride with a couple of other couples, don't we?
Yeah, Heath
Quite
and
regularly.
Kim down in Cornwall, and Andy and
And
Sandra would go on.
they're long-term friends that we've ridden with for years and years, probably a decade.
Yeah, they were all part of the
They were the original bike tours
with Cake group. Most of the other members of the group have gone away and don't do biking anymore, so they've given up riding. So other than that, it's just the two of us really nowadays, isn't it? So you guys would be fine on a live.
Well, ExeterRider, he's a great channel. He's quite natural on his lives.
Maybe
so.
it just comes with practice. Yeah.
Maybe just, I mean, this probably could have been alive, couldn't it? God, would have been going on now.
We'd have to do two. We'd have to split the questions up and do it in. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, ExeterRider. J Speed, planning any big tours in France? That means in the centre where I am living. I did the Route Napoleon, Pyrenean Mountains, Elzas and so on. Not many areas left. Point of Bretagne, around Mont Ventoux. Now recovering from my new knee. Back on the bike in however many months.
Well,
Keep the MT10, maybe a new one for Carol.
Well, I hope your knee's getting better.
Yeah, I hope you're getting better soon, yeah. Need to be riding.
France. Yeah, we're not.
There's lots of France to discover.
Well, we're going to go quite close to France if we're doing the Pyrenees, aren't we?
Well, we probably will
We
go
will
to,
dip into
Yeah,
it.
we will dip into France. Yeah.
But that's not where he is.
No. We did France last year. We try and mix it up and not go to the same places.
Yeah, some
every
people
year.
say we cheated in France
I
last year,
know,
didn't we?
but we only had a week. And what do you do in a week, you know? It would have took us a week to get there if we'd have ridden there. And then back.
Yeah, it took you 3 days, wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
so it was...
So I don't think we've got plans to go close to where you are this year, but...
No, another year.
Another
and
year,
there's lots
who
of
knows?
France too. It's a big country. There's lots to explore there that we haven't done. So yeah.
We're not even... There's so many places we've not visited yet.
Yeah.
Loads.
Yeah.
That's why we're going to try and do something different this year.
Yeah, we've never been to the Pyrenees, so...
So we're not seeing the Pyrenees, trying that.
Yeah, thank you, J Speed. Next question, Stuart Sharp. Hi, are you going to do another long-term review of your excellent MT10, or are you thinking about a change? Please let us know. Oh, it'll be 8 years old next year.
8 years, yeah. I don't think I did a 7-year one. I did a 6-year one. You kind of forget about it because it's just always there. But yeah, I'll probably do an 8-year review because hardly anybody will have owned an MT10 for 8 years and done 35,000 miles on it.
This is true. Yeah, so yes.
But really, it's going to be nothing new to the people that know anything about these bikes because it's just been a great bike.
Well, yeah, I hope it continues to be, but yes.
I mean, sooner or later, it's going to... I mean, it's still got the original battery on and everything. All I do is keep putting petrol in it. Tyres, it's had a couple of sets of chains and sprockets. That's been it.
Can't fault it really, can you, on that?
And it's just great fun. And it's kind of the last of the generation to have minimal electronics. I mean, it's got traction control, basic, and it's got ABS, but it's not got a lot else. And I like it for it.
So yes, wait for that video.
Yes.
Come June time. Sometime.
Yes, unless
an
aberration happens and I go and buy a BMW GS or something stupid, there will be an 8-year review.
Yeah, thank you, Stuart. Chris Gibbs. Hi guys, do you think there is any interest amongst youngsters in bikes? Most of the bike cafes and stops I go to have people from about 40 onwards, even though there are some modern venues like Baffle House in Wales and Coty Auto Tally in the Cotswolds. Does your son take an interest in his mum and dad's riding bikes? Have a great Christmas and pray for a drier 2024.
Oh God, yeah, it needs to be drier.
So our sons don't really take an interest in us riding bikes. Like I say, our oldest son has got a full bike licence, but he hasn't got a bike at the moment.
No. Younger son's not... No, he has been on the back years ago, but he's not really he shows no interest.
No. And as far as youngsters riding bikes, I think there's a bit of a problem with youngsters trying... There's nothing you can tinker... When we were growing up with our cars and bikes, you could tinker with them and improve them. And...
Oh, certainly with my FS1E, which was my first bike, I'd always got the head and barrel off that, you know, because I was seasoning it up. And you got to be able to fix them, but you know, the more modern bikes...
So the bikes and cars, I think they just become a bit of a transport thing. But
certainly
that's
when you go to the meetings, people take their helmets off and they're all great.
Like us, yeah.
You know, or not got anything on top, you know. And I do worry about it, that, you know, it's a dying thing.
But do you not think it applies to cars as well?
Yes, maybe, but there are a few people that give me encouragement, a few younger people.
There's Paulie.
Paulie.
Yeah, rides everywhere.
Yeah, he's got a YouTube channel.
Lone Wally, he rides everywhere. Absolutely everywhere.
But that's his own transport, you see.
It is partly transport, but he loves it,
Yeah, and then you've got Rhythmic Biker, Uncle Red.
Yeah.
They're a generation younger than us. I mean, Rhythmic Biker must be closer to what our eldest son is.
I guess he is.
I'm guessing he is. So You know, and they
there are
have got a
some.
love of bikes, and they're the people that's taking the next generation through, I think. But there's not so many of them.
No. But it is harder for them to get.
It's expensive.
It's expensive, isn't it? Yeah.
It's expensive.
So even price of petrol is expensive, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
but I really hope.
Yeah, I don't think
Continues.
it's not going to die out in our lifetime, but yes, we agree. Yeah, there's less interest amongst youngsters.
Yeah. Do you think there's a more risk-averse thing now that?
Well, yeah, the health and safety mob have obviously got to them, haven't they, young, and tell them that everything's dangerous.
Everything's dangerous, and biking's dangerous, but
yeah, and it's
but
much,
we
much
love it.
safer if they just sit on the tablets and the phones.
Of course it is. Yeah,
and
you're
don't go
never
out
going
anyway.
to have a crash doing that, are you?
No. So I think there's a bit of a risk averse with youngsters, perhaps.
Yeah, it's not the youngsters' fault. It's
just how they've been
how
brought up. Yeah, and
schooling.
that's what's normal now.
Yeah.
So yes,
Yes.
agree with your comment.
We
Chris.
agree.
Yes. Next question, Vinny Koff. Merry Christmas and all the best for the new year. So that's not really a question. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
That's not-
Is that it?
No, hold on. Yeah, there's no question there. Richard's.
Oh, just wished us happy
It's just
Christmas.
Richard's happy
Oh,
Christmas,
thank you.
which is lovely.
Yeah.
Richard Slater. Are there any plans for new bikes in 2024, and are you keeping the channel name the same?
Well, I think
that's
we've been
no and yes.
No and yes.
No and yes.
Yes, the channel name's staying. I don't think we're going to revisit
It's
that.
too hard to change. And,
Nightmare.
yeah. And plans for new bikes in 2024. No
Well,
plans.
we can dream.
No plans, but if one of them went wrong,
one of
obviously
them
we'd have to
blows
change
up,
it. Yeah.
we would seriously look round for another one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Richard. quinnpeaksbiker. Now that's another good channel.
It's another. Well, he's younger, isn't he?
Derbyshire based as well.
Yeah, he's not far away from us. Yeah.
Questions. I would like to get the wife on bike and she's not interested. Still not sure if it's a good thing or bad thing. Oh, it's definitely a good thing.
It's a good thing.
But would like to have something to do together. I've tried leaving chocolate on the bike, but she's not falling for it. Any suggestions? So I don't know why she wouldn't be interested, but I mean, riding pillion, I was never really interested in riding pillion, to be fair. When you had a bike, I rarely rode it. I think we decided we were over the weight limit if we both went on
That's
one
why we
bike.
sat at the table here to.
So that didn't really work, but I would say in order to tempt your wife onto the back of a bike is to go somewhere she wants to go to. So make it about the day out. So don't just go to Matlock Bath and look at other bikes because she ain't going to be interested, is she?
Go to somewhere
Go
that
to
she
somewhere
really
she
wants to go
So
to.
whatever your wife likes to do in her spare time, like does she like walking?
And incorporate that into the ride.
Yeah, or historical buildings like castles or something, somewhere where she would like to go for a day out anyway in the car,
Yeah.
but go by bike. So you make it a nice day out for both of you then.
I think so.
So that's what I would suggest. But it is
you
lovely
can't-
to do
I
stuff.
mean,
You can't force somebody.
You
to
cannot
do something.
force your partner to love motorbikes.
But you
but
might,
you can,
whatever she likes doing, she must like doing something in her spare time.
Yeah.
So you try and incorporate
as long as you
that
don't make
into
it
the
too
day out.
scary for them,
Or go too far.
or
'cause
go
it's-
too fast or anything like that, and just do it slowly and be encouraging. But the main thing is doing something that they really want to do.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
going to places they really want to see.
I mean, if
think.
you like to go for a nice weekend away, like we went to the Hafod in Devil's Bridge in Wales, didn't we? We didn't actually go on the bikes in the end, but we intended to go on the bikes. But that would be a nice weekend away, so you could ride there. You've got great roads to ride there. Have a nice weekend
Stop
away,
in a nice hotel.
where you perhaps don't ride whilst you're there. You just go and look at the waterfalls and have a look around Devil's Bridge, and then ride back. And then it's a lovely weekend away that you've both enjoyed.
So you're not riding every day as well.
And you've enjoyed riding there and riding back. Something like that, I would say. But yeah, without knowing what sort of things your wife likes doing, it's difficult to suggest anything else really on that, isn't it? Chocolate probably isn't enough.
I think chocolate's not going to cut it. We've got chocolate here.
Yeah.
Look at that lot. I'm trying not to eat that.
It's Christmas.
That's Christmas.
isn't it? Dear. Okay, thank you, Quinn Peaks.
Yeah.
Tim Parrish, when are you test riding the GS, Richard? No plans to.
So the opportunity came up. Would I test ride it if the opportunity came up? I wouldn't go out of my way to test ride it until I'm really seriously thinking about it. And I'm not one for test riding bikes for the channel. The test rides get views, but I'm out of that now. I don't want to do
and
it.
everybody's tested the GS anyway already, haven't they?
So unless you see us out on, if you actually see us out on a bike, I'm semi-interested in buying it, I think, really.
Yeah, I think if you were thinking of changing, you'd have to test all three of those, wouldn't you? So.
Yeah, I'd really like to try the GS. I'd like to try the Tiger 1200. Excuse me. Cut.
Next,
Cheers, Tim. I'm over my coughing fit now.
next question is from Carlton683. Hi there. I'd like to ask both of you what jobs you do, please. Thank you.
Well, we covered
Kind of that answered already.
It'd probably be the first half of this
Yeah.
two-parter.
So I do accounts and payroll, and you mow.
Well, I'm a landscape gardener, cum odd job mowing gardener. Really? Yeah.
AndyGSAtractor. Have you ever thought about doing a subscriber get-together weekend? We are, as you know, a couple rider, but Mrs. goes pillion on tour and she loves it.
Yeah.
So subscriber get-together weekend. That sounds a really scary prospect. I know the likes of Richie Vida does this wild bad weekend. Oh, it looks mental, doesn't it? It's like
He does,
massive.
I admire that he's quite happy doing
Confidence
it.
to do it, but it would scare me too much trying to arrange something like that. But I mean, Saddlebags does the ride out. Even that I find quite a scary prospect. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it's quite intimidating because
being
if you
responsible for all
do
those
a
people.
subscriber meet, we just don't know how many people are going to come.
Yeah,
If it's a really nice day, you might get 100 people turn up.
That would be scary,
just-
wouldn't it?
You know,
Yeah.
and you've got the responsibility of doing a route, and you know, if somebody hurt themselves while they were riding
Well,
with
I'd be
you,
mortified. Yeah.
yeah,
so,
I think probably the most we'd do is to maybe announce that we were going to be at a cafe one day.
Yeah, and just have a meeting.
A little bit like we did with Andy. We met Andy and his missus.
Super Sausage. Yes, we did say we were going to be there. We did meet quite a few people there, which was lovely, and I could cope with that. That'd be fine.
Yeah, actually doing maybe a meet up at a cafe. We'd probably consider doing
rather
that.
than a ride out.
And like I say, we'd probably go and do another meet up with.
Yeah, we'll go somewhere
Saddlebags.
like that in the summer and Saddlebags ride. Yeah, we
Yeah.
enjoy joining other people's, but actually to organise it ourselves is just it's a
It's
big
a
job,
bit
isn't
intimidating.
it?
Yeah,
it's a bit
yeah.
scary.
And
Yeah,
so I think the chances of us doing a proper meet up ride out.
slim, really.
Slim,
Yeah, very
but
slim. Well,
Meeting other YouTubers and probably saying hello is a
it's
possibility.
fine, yeah. So thank you, Andy. Next question is the old fella. Richard.
How old's the old fella?
I don't know, he doesn't say.
I bet he's quite old if his name's the old fella.
Richard, did you ever attend any of the Triumph Raid runs by the factory to Scotland? Your face seems familiar to me. I don't think so.
I don't know. Sorry,
think so.
I didn't. But it's slightly scary that there's somebody that looks like me out there. They say everybody's got the double, don't they, out
do,
there?
yeah.
But no,
No,
I
don't think that was you. No.
It wasn't me, unfortunately. But thanks for the question.
Thank you, old fella. He might be the oldest. We don't know.
We don't know.
At the moment, the oldest who's admitted their age is John Bellamy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Followthebeard. What are your touring plans for next year? And will there be any steed changes? So, touring plans for next year, we've already covered that we intend to go to the Pyrenees.
Pyrenees, and we're going to Tenerife.
That's not really a tour. That's just a holiday with a bit
Another,
of riding.
another holiday with the riding, yeah. That's to escape the winter.
Yeah. So that's it. Follow the beard.
Oh, we've got two latecomers.
Oh, might have known with these pair.
This is only today. This was they've actually left a question.
Okay.
Go on then.
So the Rhythmic Biker.
He's got a channel as well. Lots of these guys have got channels, and he's got a beautiful ZR 1400 in green, which is the perfect colour for a Kawasaki, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you love that bike, don't you?
I love it. Yeah, it's a great bike. You're not a keen. She thinks it's ugly. Sorry.
No, I don't think it's ugly. It's just too big and
It's fast. But anyway, go on.
Okay, so glad I watched this later. felt too early for a Merry Christmas.
It's Merry Christmas now, because when this video comes
It's going
out,
to be nearly there.
it's Christmas Eve.
Well, it might be after Christmas if this is part 2.
Oh, this is part 2. This is going to be after
A week
Christmas.
later.
This is going to be later, isn't it? This is going to be between Christmas and New Year.
Happy New Year. This one's
Happy New Year.
My question is, obviously you're both stars of the channel. But who is the mastermind behind your editing? And on average, how long does it take you to edit your awesome videos?
Well, you're the planner, but I'm the editor.
You do the editing. And how long on average does it take you to edit your video?
Ages. This will be simple because it's just
One camera.
One camera. But the trouble is I make it difficult for myself by having 2 audio feeds, probably 3 cameras, a 360 and drone footage. Then we go away on a tour and we've got like 5 days worth of footage. To actually make a tour video, it can be days of work in editing. I say just each video would take you over a day to put together. That's like 8 hours work.
Yeah.
So
quite a long time, really.
Quite a long time. We never make any money at it, would we?
Oh, God, no. But it's not what you do it for, is it? So it's fine.
No, it is a long time, and I'm not the fastest with a computer. But yes.
Who's the mastermind behind your video editing? Love you both. Wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
He's such a nice lad, isn't he, really?
Biker,
He's got the
so
best
cool.
hair in moto vlogging.
He said it's not a hard one to win that
No,
one.
because we're all losing it, really. He's a younger guy with a good head of hair, so.
Dear. Yeah. Thank you, Rhythmic Biker.
Thank you, yeah.
Next one is HippoDrones.
HippoDrones.
Is a good channel.
He's
given
followed,
me a lot of advice over the years.
HippoDrones has
actually.
followed our channel from before we were monetized, and he always was encouraging, and you know, he's the reason we actually started doing, hopefully, a better job of some of the videos that we do. Encourages us to stop just doing clips and actually making videos. He's a really good guy.
So his question: nice little prezi for yourselves.
Oh, he's on about the Action 4 from the video.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay, got you.
So yeah, lovely present.
Yes, I forget what you. Yeah. If each of you could have any current motorcycle, what would you go for? So I'm going for the Street Triple because I love it.
Yeah, and I think I've already said on the previous comments. I mean, it'd be money no object. It'd be probably the Multistrada V4 or another MT10, really, or a Tiger, or a
You mentioned a Tracer earlier.
Or a Tracer, yeah.
And if you could have a biking holiday in any location that you've not been to before, where and on what bikes? So our dream holiday is New Zealand, and our dream is to take our own bikes there, ship them out there for the winter 1 year. So
that is our dream to ride both the islands.
Yeah.
And New Zealand, even it'd be great if you could do New Zealand and Australia in one hit while you're out there. But
it's a long way from New Zealand to Australia, you know. But you are the right side of the world, I suppose, by then. But it'd be a long time away from home, and I am a bit of a home lover as well. So, but yes, New Zealand is our dream holiday destination, I would say. So,
is that about it for the questions?
what's this? Hello, Bandit Man.
No, well, that's something completely different. So, really, I hope you've enjoyed us going through all your questions. Yeah, really appreciate you sending them in, and we've enjoyed chatting through it. I'm amazed how
it's made us think about some of the answers as well.
It has made us think.
It's been
Yeah.
quite
I
good.
mean, we're always doing this channel for fun. We're not out to make money, get sponsorship or anything. But I thought I'd just share. I mean, we do get contacted
from time to time
by people wishing us to make videos for their products. But this is about the best. Or the most naff.
I'll share this, read this out. Okay, so hello Bandit Man UK. Beautiful day. Hope this message finds you well.
Yeah,
so,
it does, yeah.
We have been an avid follower of your content for some time now, and we must say we're genuinely impressed by the authenticity and creativity you bring to your audience.
Wow.
This is Lily from MOTOUK1 team. We're reaching out to you for a business collaboration about a teapot.
Teapot.
Here is the info about this campaign. The brand name is the MOTOUK1. The product type is a glass teapot. Product links 950ml glass teapot. This product will be given to you, and we look forward to exchanging our product for a YouTube video. Will this work for you?
No!
I don't even drink tea.
We could have had a free glass teapot. We do get quite a few naff things. I mean, we get one or two good ones offered, but
We still turn them down, yeah.
we turn them all down because
We don't want to be like that.
we just don't want to. We don't want to be one that cuts in after about 2 minutes on a video and says, "Now we'd like to show you this."
Product, yeah.
We'd like
It's
to
one
show
of
you
our
this.
pet holes. We usually just turn off when people do that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But
If you're interested, let's discuss further in some detail. We look forward to hearing from you.
you could have
Okay.
had a glass teapot sat in the cupboard, Carol.
I don't even drink tea.
It looks a bit naff, doesn't
It
it?
does look a bit naff.
Looks like, you don't think it looks like a Dalek?
It does look a bit Dalek-like, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah.
A Dalek.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're the sort of...
They're the-
That's about the sum of our
Yeah.
offers.
Yeah, we don't get any really good offers. We get a few video editing software offers.
Yeah, but they do a free version anyway of that.
Yeah, I've had
DaVinci Resolve,
DaVinci wanted us to do one. Then we've had some
cameras, and some motorcycle.
some cameras and the motorcycle clothing as well, but we've turned them all down
Yeah.
because we just don't want to be involved in it. Because
We only do fun stuff.
yeah, if you start recommending stuff because you've been given it free,
Yeah.
it's all a bit naff, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll just keep doing this for fun, and if we make a couple of quid on Google AdSense, that'll be it.
It's all well and good.
Yeah. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed running through the questions. We've enjoyed.
Thank you for all the questions.
Yeah, it's been good.
It's made us think.
It has made us think. And if you've got any other questions, we probably won't do another video like this for a
No, we'll
while.
just answer them in the comments.
We'll answer
in
them in
future.
the comments. But
It's
anyway.
hard for you not to answer them in the comments, isn't it?
Oh yeah, just so much restraint not on the keyboard. So anyway, hope you all have a great Christmas and a happy New Year.
Very
Cheers.
good. Cheers.
And bye for now.
Bye.
All right, bye.